Pisces, hi. So this is going to be a reading for October 13th through the 19th. And I'll take a look into your recent past, your current energies, and your immediate future. And then I'll close it off with a couple of cards from the universe for you. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended. At the end of the video, you can check out the link for that in the description box below if you want. It's not leaving me alone today. Right when I'm about to start readings, though. Every time. The overall energy for the reading, the moon. I mean, that's your energy right there. It's always tricky for me when a reading starts with the moon, because usually it indicates a sense of you're not seeing everything for what it is. This is also your energy. So we'll see what we can according to the moon. But in the recent past, the Four of Swords, the Five of Swords, the Queen of Swords. This is such a brushing off type of a... It's like if I were to talk to you, right? I'm your best friend, let's say, and we're talking about something that you've experienced and it wasn't that pleasant, but then you keep on reassuring me, but kind of brushing me off, actually, with the sense of, yeah, no, I've worked through that. I'm good. Yeah, okay, let's talk about something else. Kind of like that, where somebody's saying, hey, I've dealt with something here, but it's not believable in how they're, again, kind of brushing it off. Okay. And I don't know if it's you. It could be somebody you're dealing with. But in the current situation, the Queen of Wands, the Knight of Cups, the Lovers. Okay. So we've got a potential connection here. We've got you feeling good about it, opening up to it. Okay. Cool. In the immediate future, the Wheel of Fortune, the Page of Swords, the Magician. There's a change, though. Like, I'm looking at the entire reading, and I'm not seeing consistency through things. And that's where it's like the energy shows up as super determined, super clear for like 1 minute. And then it changes. And it's like, what the hell is going on? Why is this not sustainable? You're kind of looking like you're changing your mind, you know, you're talking to the universe today like, hey, universe, let me manifest this, that, and the other. By tomorrow, you're like, scratch that. Yeah, we're not doing that, universe. We're going to do something completely different. Okay. Alrighty then. Okay, let's, are you following a stink bug over there, Cosmo? Because you won't get to it if you are. Okay. Grooming. She's so like, let me look. Oh, let me groom. She's kind of like the reading. No consistency there whatsoever. Okay. For the moon, you get the Five of Cups, the Judgment card, the Five of Swords. Okay, I see where the issue is. You've dealt with something. I don't know what it is. It seems to be quite big, quite important. It left quite the mark on you. And where's the healing at? There is some healing there. But again, it's being kind of shoved somewhere in a corner. Being like, no, it's like almost trying to bypass it or make it look as if it's not that important. Yeah, it's okay. It's creating all of this then. You know, as you move forward, if you're not clear, if you're not a little bit cleaned up from whatever the hell happened, how do you expect to move forward? You'll move forward under the same energy that's a little unclear, a little this, a little that, because, you know, you need to do some cleaning in there as far as the energies go. But then someone keeps on, like, insists on kind of showing up in a way of, it's not important. It's not that important. It's not going to affect me that much. Well, I beg to differ from what I'm seeing here, but okay. Let's do the Four of Swords in the recent past. The Two of Pentacles, the Star, the Devil. Okay. So I think it's happening the whole aspect of, let's pretend we're healing even though we're not really, but we're trying. Because when you started on this journey of healing something that affected you majorly here by the looks of it, you kind of got stuck at some point. You're like, well, I don't know what to do here. I don't know what else to heal. I have no idea what direction I should go, so I'm just going to stop right here. But I'm going to show up as if no, look at me healing. Look at me going through this. You know? So somebody got stuck in an energy of healing over something here. And I think it's you. And instead of just kind of brushing it off or kind of pretending that, hey, I'm still doing this, I'm still at it, I think being honest about the fact that maybe you're stuck might actually help. Because sometimes we do get stuck. We don't know what the fuck, But that's okay. That's part of healing. It shouldn't be, kind of pushed into a corner. For the Five of Swords, you get the Lovers, the Three of Swords, the King of Swords. Okay, so there's a connection again, which is very similar in energy to the one I'm seeing in the current situation. It shows up with a lot of pain attached to it. And that's the part in which you're shown up very clear. Okay, this connection is associated with pain. All right. The deceptive part that kind of covers this whole statement here is the fact that even though you're very much aware that this connection somehow brought up pain, you're probably telling yourself, again, something like, it's not a big deal. It's whatever, And I don't know, I'm kind of still seeing this connection playing out somehow throughout your life, and it's okay if it is, but like if it did cause some pain at some point, where's the healing over that? Well, I don't need it because right now we're doing good. No, because you'll come right back to that pain at some point. It's an energy that belongs to this. You can't just pretend it's not there. But I get where you're coming from with this one, in the sense of, well, now that you're good, you don't need to look at what was bad before that, because now we're good. For the Queen of Swords, you get the Sun, the Ace of Wands, the Six of Pentacles. I get your intention. Your intention is clear from the get-go. You want for things to be good. You want happiness. You want good times here. I get it. It's right there. Super strong. And I think, whoever's at the other end of this has the same intentions. It's not the issue here. Things have gone sour at some point around something, and just because things have gotten better or look better right now, that doesn't mean the sourness is not still there, because it probably is. As an energy, it probably still is there. For the Queen of Wands, in the current situation, you get the Hierophant, the Page of Pentacles, the Six of Cups. Now, you can't. No. We're not taking bullshit here. You can't. I'd rather just focus on the positive things, because that was nasty. And it's like, I don't want to focus on the negative. Bullshit. This has nothing to do with positive or negative. This has to do with the broken energy right there. That didn't go anywhere. No matter how much you try to push it, actually, the more you try to push it, the more it's going to come back at you, and bigger. So, no. This one's not going to, not on me, it's not going to work. I'm just focusing on the positive here. Okay. This has nothing to do with the positive or the negative. This connection, any connection, has all the positive, the negative, the good, the bad, the ugly. How do you deal with that? I'm going to look at it from my positive lens. Okay, did it turn it positive, or did it just happen in a negative way and you're trying to kind of rose color it in something that it's, I don't know. You tell me. Right now, apparently, the energies are up and at them. It's like, no, we're good now. Okay. For the Knight of Cups, in the current situation, you get the Nine of Wands, the Four of Swords, the Ace of Swords. You're killing me here. But we're good. Why should I look into that? Why should I bring up stuff from the past that, yes, affected us, not in a good way, but because that's not how healing goes. If you want to like show up proper for this and in the healthiest way possible, you gotta look at stuff that was brought up for you in the past from the situation. Doesn't matter that now it's good. Oh, now it's good. We don't have to do shit. Okay. But no. You still have to address those things. It's not going to take away from the good here. If anything, it is just going to make it even better. You know, because it's pointing you out towards things about yourself that maybe you should look into. Maybe need healing. That pain over there, it's not that, oh, they hurt me. That's how it starts. You know, they hurt me. They did this. They hurt me. No, they're bringing up through that you think that they hurt you. They're bringing up some pain that was already in there. You know, before this connection even existed in your life. That's healing. That's what it's supposed to do. But not healing that, that energy is going to come back into play here. So, at some point. Not right now, because right now you're good, apparently. That's what it's about. It's not about, well, I'm kind of scared to kind of open that can of worms. You have to. For yourself. And for this connection. You know, for the lovers in the current situation, you got the Ace of Cups, the King of Wands, the Tower. Oh, so meanwhile, things are good. But meanwhile, you're waiting for the other shoe to drop or something. So you have that fear that, oh, it's not going to be good forever. It's just good for now. So I'll take that. Okay, so you're kind of scared that something's going to happen here. Oh, okay, so that's why you're not healing. Because that could be part of something that's interfering here to mess with the good that you have it now. Okay, no, we're not. No. Let's not sit on the cards. Okay. Okay, let's not go through there. Okay, good. Yeah. So you're doing good here, but like kind of expecting for the other shoe to drop at some point, which means fear is with you in this one. Let me see the Wheel of Fortune in the immediate future. The Knight of Cups, the Five of Pentacles, the Six of Swords. There's that energy coming back for you. And your own fear. If you choose to not look into these things and just kind of live through them as they come, then this is exactly what's going to happen. That's why the energy is not consistent, because at some point that fear of yours is going to get to you. That unhealed energy is going to get to you. What do you think is going to happen then? You're probably going to take a few steps back. You're probably going to fall completely into your fear of this kind of coming to an end altogether. And oh my God, what's going to happen then? And what do you do with that? You manifest your own reality when it comes to the situation. So you start, without even knowing what the fuck is going on, you start kind of taking a few steps back, and then a few more, and then a few more, and then enough until you feel like you're safe enough that nothing bad is going to happen to this. But you're way over there. You're not in this anymore. That's why healing is important. Even when you, especially when you think everything's fine. Everything's fine here. Right now it's fine. That in itself is indicative of something's not fine outside of right now, you know? So that requires healing. That requires looking into it. For the Page of Swords, you get the Queen of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles, the Eight of Wands. Okay. What is also happening is you are taking a few steps back, but through that, this energy of self-love and putting yourself first is coming to the surface. So it might actually be good to take a few steps back from all of this. No matter if you're good now or you're not good now. You know, I think initially your fear is pushing you away, and then you stop, and then you kind of start doing what you've been avoiding, looking into this. And then the energies start to to kind of show up a little more consistent, a little more clear. You know, there's no more running. Let me see the Magician. For the Magician in the immediate future, you get the 4 of Pentacles, the 10 of Pentacles, the 7 of Cups. You're manifesting stability. You're manifesting consistency. Exactly what I said is missing from this reading. You're like, I want that. And I think, come on, baby. I think a lot of us want that, you know, within any situation we're dealing with, especially the ones that are important to us. And you're very stubborn to achieve that, to acquire that, to not have these ups and downs. Because I feel like for the longest times, you may not have even realized why these ups and downs were here. And a lot of it was because, you know, we're good now. And not looking into, but things are being brought up for you. What are you doing about those things? Nothing, because we're good now. Okay. So the energy is starting to finally balance out here. As you may need to take a few steps away from this completely and bring that energy that you're pouring into this, because it's poured through that filter of your own fear, to bring it back to you and be honest with yourself about what's really going on here. You know, and that's where you get unstuck in your healing. That's when getting stuck in healing is part of healing. So you're doing nothing wrong there. What you're doing, a little opposite of, you know, the healthy way to approach this is pretending that that's not happening. That, oh, I didn't get stuck. I've healed. Everything is healed here. You know, every time something shows up, master healer here. From the universe for you, you get the 8 of Swords, the 3 of Wands, the Queen of Cups. You're stuck. And you know what gets you stuck? Your mind. That means you're too much in your head about what's going on. The only thing that can bring you out of that is connecting back to your heart. And that's it. You got stuck, but you got stuck in your head. And that's where the healing got stuck too, because it's not through the mind that you heal. Not only, you know, there's all sorts of factors involved, but not just this, you know, at 100 miles an hour especially. No, that's not healing. So you got stuck in your head, basically. Need to reconnect back to your heart. But that's what I have for you. Hope this helped, and I'll see you next time. Bye.